We've all spent money on clothes that we didn't wear enough, but figuring out how and why that happens isn't that simple. Today, I want to go over specific things that you should avoid buying based on trendiness, your lifestyle, and how they fit you. I'm going to try and be like super quick with each thing so that we have a lot of juice and not a lot of rambling. So first thing is off the shoulder tops. You might have already gotten to this conclusion. If you haven't, trust me, they're not worth it. They are so annoying, especially the ones that are like both shoulders are off. They're not practical. If you say hi to someone, then it just goes up. This is more comfortable, so this might be a maybe because it fits more naturally and it's like naturally off. The more you fill your closet with things that you like but that you aren't constantly grabbing and wanting to wear because they're practical, the more frustrating getting dressed is. So we just want to make sure we don't have a lot of options that are maybes. Now, I've seen a lot of these things. This is kind of hilarious because I do have 3 One was gifted, one I bought, and one my mother-in-law gave to me, which I love. But they're not the specific version of it. I'll show you pictures. I wear it a lot, but I would say that if you're someone that doesn't like to wear these types of things in your day-to-day, I don't think it's worth it. Simply for the fact that it is very trendy. I know that if I had bought this specific lace thing, it would have been very like January 2026 coded or something, and our brains get tired of it easily. So this one I don't think is worth it. If Zara is doing it, it's too trendy, don't buy it. Great alternative though is wearing a big triangle scarf on your waist, and it gives you the same look, and you probably already have a triangle scarf where you can borrow one from your grandma, your aunt, your mom, etc. Now this one I feel like was bigger in trend a few years ago, but still is trendy. Platform versions of a shoe that already exists, a platform UGG, a platform Adidas Samba shoe. Don't get the platform version, get the regular version. It's gonna be way more timeless unless you are someone who naturally loves platforms in every type of shoe. Now I have 2 versions of tops that I don't think are practical, and I'm like always like afraid of saying these things because I don't want to like be misinterpreted, but the shirts that have more attention on like the chest part, they're either made for people with bigger chests or smaller chests. Like I, for the life of me, cannot buy one of these tops because they never fit me. The spaces are always way too big. And the opposite happens with these tops where I feel like they're made for people with small chests. It's tough out there for tops that are made for a specific boob look. So these I think, don't buy it if you have small boobs. And these, I think, if you have a bigger chest, maybe are also not worth it because the whole way they're made is just annoying. I don't want to buy things that make me self-conscious. I want to like put my outfit on and never have to think about adjusting it when I'm out and about in the day. This, for example, is a version of the top that is super dainty, girly, cute, but doesn't have that problem. Okay, another very specific thing, the Dance Some Matter jacket. If you've never heard of this jacket, congratulations. You are now chronically online in regards to fashion. If you have this jacket, like if you have anything I'm talking about in this video, these are literally just my thoughts. I don't think things are ugly or they're pretty. I just think this is just my opinion. But I've seen dupes of this jacket on AliExpress and Temu. I try not to buy anything, but sometimes I do go and scroll in there. And to me, anything that has a dupe, even if it's like a Zara dupe, I don't think it's worth it. If it has a dupe, I mean, so many people are buying it. Our brains, whether we like it or not, are gonna stop liking it sooner than other things. So if you really like this jacket, I would encourage you to see similar ones, maybe a plaid jacket or a funnel neck jacket. And then if you don't like any of those, it probably means that you don't really like this jacket itself. You just like it because it's trendy. And that happens to me. That's human. That's so normal. But maybe don't buy it. Now, the only thing that has a lot of dupes that I will say I think is worth buying is Tabby's. Not that Maison Margiela was the one to invent Tabby's at all, but I feel like Tabby's is a model that a lot of brands do in a super similar way, and they're very timeless. So like that is my exception to the rule of everything that has dupes on. Another top, I bought it. I didn't buy this specific one, but I bought like one of the same sort. And I didn't realize, dumb me, that these types of tops that are like you're tying a bunch of laces, you're gonna show a lot of your chest. So if you don't like showing a lot, don't buy this top. Okay, last time I did a video that was anti-shopping, telling you not to buy things, and I had a sponsor in it. You guys really roasted me, but just because I'm talking about things I don't like to buy doesn't mean there aren't things that I think are super worth it. And this video is sponsored by VIVAIA. I don't know if this is like influencer appropriate behavior, but when I got the briefing for these shoes, they were portrayed as like the most comfortable shoe in your closet. And I was like, okay, that might be a bit too dramatic. Like, let me try them on first and see if I actually want to verbally say that. Guys, I am not freaking joking. These are the most comfortable shoes in my closet right now. I have 2 pairs of sneakers in my closet. Both of these are way more comfortable than those. As you can see, I've brought them to hikes. Because number one, if they're as comfy or more comfy than a sneaker, I want to look stylish, so I'm gonna bring a flat to a hike. And number two, because they're machine washable, so I can get them dirty and not have to worry. I've worked with VIVAIA before, and some of the pairs I have from them I've worn for like months and months. They've gotten dirty, I've washed them, and they look brand new. So these are actually like an everyday shoe. If you are in need of a new colorful shoe in your closet, of a new comfy, elevated, styled, flat, or sneaker. So these are the Carol Jogger Sneakerinas. They come with 2 pairs of laces that you can either wear at the same time or separately. I think wear them at the same time makes it super funky and cool. They're made from this eco-friendly satin fabric. They have this square toe detail that I love. I love to see them with a higher sock. Then these are the Sicily hybrid square toe Mary Janes. I love them in every color, so it was very hard to pick one. They also come with 2 laces and also charms. They're made with eco-friendly dyes, packaged with 100% recycled cardboard. VIVAIA uses recycled plastic water bottles to make shoes. That's insane. So if you use my code MAIA12, you can get 12% off the shoes in the first 3 days that this video is live, and then 10% in the following days.
Their shoes have actually been selling super fast and getting out of stock, so keep that in mind. Get them while you can.
Back into the video. This one's something I put here, but then I realized I disagree, which is big bags that are very delicate. Now, it depends. The math here is if it's a big bag, you're gonna want to carry a lot of things in it, so it's not gonna look dainty and delicate, and you're gonna like get it damaged super quickly. If your bags go to war with you, like if you're someone whose bags get very dirty and the straps break, or like just abuse your bags a lot, maybe I agree with this. I think it depends. If you like the look of a big bag, even if you don't need a big bag, it's worth it. If you only like wearing big bags when you actually need to carry a lot of stuff, maybe it's not worth it. Shiny, velvety shirts. Chances are their material when you buy them is not going to be that great quality. So the minute something like touches it, it's gonna get that texture that's very annoying. I don't know how to explain it. So in terms of quality, there's just like not a lot of good cheap satin. Unless you're paying a fortune for it, it's gonna look bad very quickly. It gets sweaty very quickly. If you stain them, it's a pain in the butt to clean. And yeah, I just think if you want something cool, shiny, maybe opt for a different material. Next one is something very obvious, but I feel like it's so easy to fall in that trap, which is shirts that are made for a winter aesthetic but then are not made for the winter weather or vice versa. This has a turtleneck, but it's a t-shirt. When are you gonna wear it? Realistically, unless you put a long sleeve underneath this, it's not practical. This, I feel like everyone says it, and it's like one of those things that's annoying to hear, and one of those things your mother would tell you, and you would be like, yeah, you're right, but I don't wanna do it. If there's a trend that's about personalization or like accumulating a lot of things, don't go and buy them quickly. It's the same with furnishing your house. If you guys ever moved out and needed to furnish a whole home, you know that you just want to go and furnish it like ASAP. You want to have all of the furniture ready in like 1 to 2 months. But chances are, if you have to buy a bunch of things in 1 to 2 months with the collections that are now in stores or like whatever is available in secondhand stores, you're not going to love all the pieces. You're going to second out some of the pieces a few months later. The best way to furnish a house is to wait for the right pieces to come to you, like search for longer periods of time. So same for like bag charms or any trend that's like personalizable. Wait for the cute things to come to you to have a story instead of just buying a bunch of charms out of a fast fashion store. Now, this is very niche. You might have not seen it, but there's this like trend of putting bottoms everywhere, and fast fashion stores are starting to have pieces like that. Even if you don't know how to sew, buy some cool buttons and do it yourself. Like watch a YouTube tutorial. I think this is such an easy thing to DIY and do yourself. It can make a basic outfit you already have in your closet so much cooler, or you can thrift like a basic t-shirt from like a vintage app, a secondhand app for like $3. Don't get these already done. Screenshot these if you like them and just do it yourself. Next one, I hope I'm not being mean, but don't buy t-shirts firsthand, like especially like graphic band t-shirts. There's like an infinite amount of graphic band vintage tees online at vintage stores and thrifting apps, or probably in the worst thrift store that you have near you, there will be a cool t-shirt. Next thing, pretty styled items. Again, trends come and then the brands that make new clothes will want to take advantage of them and give you like the easy option. If pants with skirts are trendy, they're going to make a pair of pants that already has a skirt because it's going to look a little more put together and safe than you doing it yourself. Same with like the layered tops trend. Brands are making it so that you can buy like 2 tops in one already. That takes out the purpose of like layering, because you're not actually layering, it's just one piece. And it's not even because of that. I just think, I don't know. Again, this is just my opinion. It's worth what it's worth. It's worth nothing. But I would say don't buy pre-style items. They're way too trendy. And chances are it's just brainwash, because you probably already have similar items that you could layer without buying anything new, but you just don't think about it. And then you can only wear them in that way, you know, so it's not as versatile. Anyways, not saying that it doesn't look cute. It looks cute, but something I've been saying in my videos and people resonate to it a lot, and I need to hear it more, is just, oh my God, is just because it's cute and pretty, you don't need to buy it. Like, that's something I try to say to myself so that I don't want to own everything cute that I see. Next up is the Cyber belt. This is also very niche. It's very trendy. I don't know if you've seen it. I've seen it a bunch. Unless you already are very much into the cowboy Western style, I think this is like super temporary trend and you're not gonna love it like a year from now, so not worth it. These types of shirts, also very trendy, not sure if you've seen them. Again, you don't think about it when you see it in a model, but they actually show a lot. So think about it before you buy it. Next up, I feel like this will only apply to like 1% of people, but t-shirts with beads or any clothes that have this like delicate material that you can just throw in the washing machine. Maybe I'm just lazier than the majority of the population, but to me, anything that has to be hand washed or that I can risk damaging by putting it in the washing machine, I'm gonna procrastinate washing it. It's very obvious, but sometimes it might be cute and you might want to buy it. Anything that should have pockets and does not have pockets or has fake pockets is the end of me. Do not buy jackets or jeans or pants or, in my opinion, even sweaters that don't have a pocket. This one I couldn't find like a picture that shows what I'm meaning, and I do have things that I buy that have this defect. It's just annoying. Shirts that don't fit well in your armpit / shoulder. Like if this part, this seam, cut, whatever this is called in fashion, I'm so dumb. If it doesn't sit on here and it sits like here, that's something I've started to notice more. Next up, anything itchy. I feel like this is a major fashion problem. If some brand wants to solve this problem, I would highly appreciate it. The cuter, thicker sweaters are always itchy, especially if they have a higher neck, because even if you have like a long sleeve underneath, it's gonna itch on your neck. It's cute, don't get it. Unless you're highly tolerable to being uncomfortable. Okay, this is more for me. I'm not very curvy. And so any dress that is not very like flexible material and that is sort of like structured, it's not gonna fit me well. So if you relate to this, don't get dresses that have very structured, thick materials, like a denim dress. Okay, unless it's like very stretchy denim. Okay, now, if you don't have a trench coat already, if you don't have this type of coat already, if you don't have certain staples that society, that the world tells us are staples that everyone needs in your closets, if you don't have them already, chances are you've survived multiple seasons of winter, spring, whatever that item is for, without it, so you don't need it. And if you loved it that much, you would have gotten it already. It's a fake staple. You don't actually need it. You probably already have something in your closet that fills that gap. Okay, now I don't know how to describe this, but I hope you get the idea. Patterns that are very like modern and Pinteresty, I would say don't get it. I love something that's like pineapple pattern, you know? I'm not just meaning that if it's not plaid or polka dots, you can't buy it. But I feel like patterns that scream like very modern, cool right now, they're gonna be very like time-coded and not timeless. Okay, this is a stupid example. I just couldn't find a better example. But anything that is meant to be practical and worn frequently, but is of a light color that you don't want to get dirty, it defeats the purpose of it. Maybe like, see, I can't think of a specific thing. But like anything that you want to like wear to the ground, don't buy it in a light color. This is kind of a joke, but not really. Anything wrinkly, anything that wrinkles, anything that you really do really have to iron, I don't buy them anymore. I have like maybe 3 items in my closet that I love that I need to iron, and they're enough. I don't want to spend hours of my life ironing clothes. Polka dot things that aren't like small accessories or add-ons to your outfit, I would say they're not worth it. If you want to participate in a polka dot trend, buy a scarf like this that I bought, or Buy something that's cheap and that's not like a big investment of a piece. And when I say investment, it doesn't even need to be expensive. But like a polka dot jacket, for example, I don't think is worth it at this point. If you live in a place that's not super cold, don't buy gloves, because I have bought gloves before because of the style, and then I just feel cringe wearing them because I live in a place where it doesn't get that cold. There's other things that I wear just for style, it's fine, but have that in mind. These things, also very trendy, don't think they're worth it for majority of the population. And last but not least, flip-flop. Okay, I'm gonna share an opinion, but to me, it doesn't apply, so maybe it also doesn't apply to you, but just food for thought. Flip-flops were very trendy last summer. I think they're also gonna be, and not in the like usual way where flip-flops have always been like trendy because there is literally a staple, but they were trendy to wear with like pants and like cooler, more elevated outfits. Now, depending on where you live, it might not be super appropriate to have them for this purpose, because if you live in like a dirty city and you don't want to have your whole feet exposed and it's just not practical, like I see how this could be more practical in like beach cities or more in the countryside. But then as I was putting this here, I was like, well, it's not that I live in a big city, but I do live in a city and I did wear them a bunch. So yeah, I don't want to like be super strict because I think all of these are very dependent on your lifestyle, but also how willing you are to be uncomfortable. So I hope this was useful. So I hope that this challenges your wish list and can help you spend a little less money. Again, check out VIVAIA and the link in the description. I love them so much. And I'll see you guys in my next video.